What is going on, guys? Happy Thanksgiving Day. We are back. We are in the garage getting ready for another exciting ice season. There's graphs coming in, augers, shacks, we're getting everything ready. But one of the boxes which I was most excited about coming in the mail has came in the mail. This guy right here. And we are gonna tear into the contents of this box, show you guys what's going on, and kind of show you guys a project which we've been working pretty hard on over the last several, really months, I guess, to put together an awesome kind of deal for you guys. So obviously, let's just dig right into it, right? There's no need to like tease this up too much. Let's get right after it. Now, this is a box which obviously says FishUSA on it. And if you guys recall, throughout the course of the spring and the summer, we put together a couple of boxes with some of my favorite seasonal baits at a really good deal to save you guys some money, get some of the best baits that I like to fish at that time of year, and you guys absolutely loved it. So we really wanted to do a bigger, better, more inclusive one for ice fishing. And that's what we have right here. It's kind of like your ice fishing, everything you need kit. Now, we'll tear into this here. This retails, if you were to go buy everything in this box, I have it written down. If you were to go buy everything in this box, it costs you $142, $145, something in there. For $99, you can get this box of basically everything you need to go ice fishing. Bring a rod, bring something to drill a hole, every bait you need pretty much in here. And I'll go ahead and link this obviously right on this post. Look at everything in this box. First of all, for the baits that are in this box, we got you guys an awesome flambeau case to load up in here with the Walleye Now on there, FishUSA on there, the Acme logo on there, all the dividers you need to load this up, throw it in your ice fishing sled or whatever, and go ice fishing, right? So we got the awesome box in there, which we did some logoing on. Very cool. But obviously the meat and potatoes to this is going to be the baits. Now look at all of the baits that come in this box. Piles of baits for this price point. I'm gonna go through some of my favorite ones that I'm the most excited about. Now I know what's in this box because I helped put some of the stuff in this box. And generally what I try to do on these is put the stuff in which I really like to use in this box, get you guys a good deal on it, and get it to you guys. And that's exactly what we did here. So let's go through some of my favorites. Now this is one bait which I am very excited about. This is the 1-inch Acme Hyper-Rattle. Brand new for this year. It's 1 inch long. Now this bait, I can already tell you, is gonna be a beast for a lot of you guys basin pan fishing, basin crappie fishing, basin perch fishing, maybe some of you real finessey walleye guys out there. This thing's gonna fall like a rock. Don't need to use live bait on here, and it has all that same hyper rattle glide that you guys are used to seeing. And I could already see myself tying this on at the beginning of the year for crappies and not taking it off my crappie rod till the end of the ice season. That is how powerful this bait's gonna be for a lot of you basin panfish guys. Obviously fall super fast, fish it aggressive, call those fish up, catch a pile of fish. And there's one of the baits that comes in that box right there. Another one, the Hyper Glide. You guys have seen me use this one. It's got a very cool kind of wing system, as you guys know if you guys have fished this bait. The wings kind of undulate, make this bait wispy and glidey. Love fishing it early ice for a lot of those aggressive walleyes. Put the bait down like 5 feet in 10 feet of water, pop that thing around, get it wispy and glidey, and watch those fish chase up the graph. So we got one of my favorite Hyper Glides right in there, and kind of that perfect walleye size. You guys know, if you watch a lot of my content, how much I love fishing big aggressive baits for walleyes. And the Hyper Hammer is another one. So we wanted to make sure we had a couple of those in there. Hyper Hammer is kind of a unique tail bait, glide bait style of bait with a soft tail and a very, very high hookup percentage. Love fishing these two baits, or the Hyper Hammer in general, for a lot of these shallow water first ice walleyes. So you guys definitely know I love fishing that bait. And you guys kind of get the deal here. I like fishing aggressively running around, not using live bait, and fishing as fast as possible. I tried to put as many baits that I like to fish in this box. What else do we got in here? We got some awesome replacement tails for, I think we actually have another one in here. Some replacement tails, different colors for the Hyper Hammers, for you guys switching it out. Now this box makes a phenomenal gift for the ice fisherman in your family, or if you're like me, and you like to try to justify every fishing gift you can give yourself, that's obviously an option as well. But saving money on fishing tackle is always a good thing, and that was kind of the fundamental thing we wanted to do. Now, arguably one of the baits in which I'm most excited about in here is this one right here. Now, this is an 1/8 ounce V-Rod blade bait. Over the last several ice seasons, I've been begging for this bait for multi-species, big crappies, primarily walleyes. Blade baits I think are underutilized a lot through the ice. For years and years, I fished the 1/4 ounce, which is the smallest V-rod they made. Now with the 1/8 ounce coming out, it took, from what I was told, a little while to get the action right on this, to get it to do that same really tight action. When you work this bait in this micro 1/8 ounce size, this thing's gonna be a beast for a lot of you walleye guys, a lot of you perch guys, a lot of you big basin crappie or big crappie aggressive fish type of fishermen. That bait is going to be a monster. I am arguably more excited about fishing, tying this on an ice rod and going to work than I am any other bait this ice season. Very excited about that bait. It's kind of that perfect finesse size for a lot of you Midwest walleye guys. So very excited about that one. What else we got in here? This is probably my go-to walleye bait day in, day out. Open water, through the ice, as you guys know, the Hyper rattle in kind of that mid-size. This is the 1.5 inch, which is my favorite ice fishing size. And this bait, I mean, it's just, it doesn't need to be prefaced by any words, right? It's just flat out catches fish. Fish it fast, fish it aggressive. You can get down deep and work it slower, just kind of barely pumping that rod. That bait swings around. As you guys know, go-to all year long, and the ice is absolutely no different. So I wanted to make sure we got arguably the best walleye lure I've fished in the last 5 years in there. Now, we got another standby in here, tried and true. Two, can you guys, is it focusing there? Kastmaster Tungstens. If you guys watch my channel enough, you know how much I love this. Basically, all ice fishing spoons you buy are gonna be made out of brass or lead. This is a tungsten one. Now, the valuable part about a tungsten spoon is at the same size, it will fish a lot heavier. So a lot of times when I get in that, 26, 28 feet of water, and I'm fishing for some of those like finicky midwinter walleyes that want that downsized presentation, but I need to get down there fast, and I need to be able to keep all the coils out of my line to fish fast, right? Now, another new one for this year, which actually isn't really a new one. It's kind of a rendition of one of my older favorite spoons. This is the Ice-Winder. It's actually the same body as a bait that used to be called the Sidewinder. Shout out to you OG guys who maybe fish Sidewinder. Sidewinder was a phenomenal flutter spoon. And basically with this spoon, you're gonna pop it up, and as you pop that bait up, it turns sideways and does this on the way down. It kind of walks its way out. So it's one of those classic flutter spoon style of lures, but it doesn't take you forever to get to the bottom. It's not a super wispy one like some flutter spoons. You drop down a hole in 30 feet of water, you drink a whole cup of coffee before it gets down to the fish, right? This one falls much faster, and it actually features a marabou tie on the bottom, which eliminates the need for live bait, which is always one of my favorite things. And just having that little bit of a tractor on the tail end, it just gives those fish something to key on that maybe don't just come up and wolf the whole bait in, right? So I wanted to make sure we got a couple brand new ones in there too. As you guys can tell, there's a ton of stuff in this box, and for $100, it's way over the value. I mean, you couldn't go to a store and buy all this stuff for $100. We also have another new one for you dead stick guys. This is called the Jack-Knife Jig. At least I believe that's what it's called. Yes, it is what it's called. Now, this is kind of a cool concept bait, which I'm excited to fish on a dead stick this year. Obviously, it's got kind of a small, compact jig head. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna tie the jig head on, obviously, and as that minnow swims, that hook has a lot of freedom to swing like that, which is a very cool idea. It also has, and we'll see if we can get this to focus here. Maybe we'll go to this camera. It also has the smaller hook right here, in which you actually can hook your minnow on to keep your main hooking hook free. So we concluded a couple packs of those for you dead stick fishermen. I want to make sure we got that in there. And then we got the Rattle Master, which, as you guys know, that's your standard up and down vertical hammering spoon. Dunk, 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 dunk. The one that's going to make that hard knocking sound. A standby on the ice for me for a lot of those, stained water situations, especially at night where you want to glow that spoon up and just pound it in place and get that rattle kind of knocking, right? Fish a lot of that bait through the ice. We also have a couple of different rattle baits in there. Hyper Rips, included those as well. Included the Stub Z, which is a small, it's kind of like a glide bait, kind of like a smaller subtle rattle bait. As you pop the bait, it kind of likes to dart and dip, and it's got nice loud rattle in there as well. Included one of those in there for you aggressive fishermen. So as you can see, piles of baits come in this box. I mean, enough baits to essentially go a lot of different places and catch fish, and we're not even done yet. So we got this one I was excited about too, not just from a panfish front, but also from a crappie perch perspective too. Brand new one for this year. This is called the Hyper-T. Now we'll pull this out of here because this is kind of a cool little deal. and show you guys what we got going on here. It's a tungsten jig, which comes in, and we'll try to get this to focus here. Let's see if it focuses. It's a tungsten jig, which has the wings on it, as you guys can kind of see there. It's got those glidey wings. So as you sit there and pop this bait with, let's say, a waxy on there, a small finesse plastic, that bait's kind of working out. And obviously the more line, the deeper you're fishing for a lot of bass and panfish guys, that bait's gonna walk in kind of a circle similar to a lot of the glide baits you're used to fishing. And it actually has soft molded wings on there. So as a fish comes up and eats, if he eats the whole bait, those wings will actually fold and collapse and let you get a super strong hookup. With that 90-degree eye on there, that bait's gonna sit perfectly horizontal like that and let you kind of glide that bait around. Super cool bait, which I'm excited for. Actually, and the size of it is gonna be good for a lot of you real finessey walleye guys too, come like midwinter. So obviously we got that, load them all up in the box, and super excited that we got these flambeau boxes to put in here as well. We got FishUSA stickers in here. We got Walleye Now stickers in here. We wanted to throw our hat in the ring, and arguably the one that I'm most excited about, we wanted to give you guys a free month of Walleye Now. Basically a free monthly trial. Also, if you already have Walleye Now, you can get a free month of it. Is this focusing? Is this not focusing? Now it's focusing. And we obviously put a ton of content on here, open water, ice fishing, spring, summer, fall, whatever it might be, walleye fishing. Hundreds of exclusive videos on here. We get, I mean, it's crazy how much the response that has been to this, and you guys absolutely loving the Walleye Now app. So we wanted to give you guys a free month of this. If you haven't tried the app before, there's 2 free trial codes on here to get on the app and get that free month. And it's super easy to do. All you're gonna do, let's say the process is the same whether you're Android or Apple. There's 2 different codes on here. One is for Android, one is for Apple. But basically if you're an iPhone guy, you're gonna go click on the App Store, then you're gonna click on your profile. After you've done that, you're gonna click on something that says like, we got all the directions right in the back. I probably could just read right off that. So once you tapped on your profile, you're gonna tap on redeem, gift card, or code. And then you're gonna enter your code. Obviously, if you have an Android, you enter the Android code. If you have an Apple, you enter the Apple code. And then tap it. Once you've entered the code, you'll click redeem at the bottom of the page, and then you can sit back, relax, open the app, and enjoy hundreds of exclusive videos on the Walleye Now side of things. So obviously we wanted to put just absolutely as much stuff in here as we possibly could. There's a pile of different baits here. They all are some of my favorites that catch fish. We even got some extras in there. We got the flambeau box. Every bait you're pretty much gonna need to go out and catch a bunch of fish. I want to say a huge thank you to like FishUSA and Acme for making this possible for me to kind of do a box like this. It's been an awesome project. You guys have been absolutely loving these things. Hopefully you guys love this thing. Obviously this link is linked in this post, so check it out. We do have limited supplies, so jump on them while you can. Ice fishing's on the way. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are excited. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you guys on the ice.